one. Hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast, Jesus, where we are talking about episode 9 of Neon Genesis Evangelion. Um, I'm Nick. With me are Alex and Josh.
Hello.
Hello there.
This episode is honestly, out of the majority of Evangelion, this is one of the episodes I think of the most. Like, this one sticks in my head a lot more than a lot of other episodes.
Interesting.
I think it's
I don't know if it'll occupy that same space for me. We'll see.
I think it's got a lot of different things that are all kind of important in this episode, like
hmm
bringing Asuka like officially into the fold,
The team.
having her and Shinji's dynamic explored, um having the two of them have to work together in combat. Like we've already had Shinji and Rei work together, and they worked together really well and didn't need to try, but these two actively have to work to be good at working together, which I think is kind of a fun take. We also get like again, I think the fact that they have to work on synchronizing themselves and that their entire fight is set to music is kind of cool too.
Yeah, it's a cool theme, and I think it also goes a long way in bringing Asuka back down to earth.
hmm
Oh man, if only there's something that knocks her down a peg or two through these episodes.
Yep. Um. So I'm gonna
And that's the
tell.
best tease you're gonna get.
Yep. So I'm gonna tell you guys.
You
Last
say
episode
tease
I
the
talked
cheese.
about that I heard someone explain Evangelion, like specifically the relationship between Asuka and Shinji.
Yeah, man, open my eyes. What you got?
Um, so they're two teenagers that both desperately want to be dominated by the other person, and neither one of them has that in them. Shinji is a super submissive, Asuka is a super brat. Both of those types of people want someone to like
Mm,
take
Oh my
charge, and
god.
neither one of them have the ability to do that.
Oh my god, you're so right.
Yeah,
I buy that.
yeah. So it's them being just incredibly frustrated at each other because they both want the other person to take charge. And Shinji's too submissive to do it. He's never gonna take charge. Asuka's like desperately trying to like brat him to the point where he'll like
Okay, fine. Fuck it. I'll do it.
yeah, and
No,
he's
he's
just
not gonna do it.
yeah. So they're both just like butting heads against each other because they both clearly want that from each other and they just can't give it to each other.
Or tell each other that.
Oh yeah, well they're fucking teenagers. They don't know how to talk about that shit at all.
What feelings?
Yep. Yeah. So this episode starts with the boys talk. Well, yeah, the boys talking about Asuka and a bunch of really fucking weird photos, as you were talking about, including one that is
It's
photos
it
from a fucking tree into the classroom as the girls are changing for gym class.
that one's literally got
Yeah,
to be a crime.
Yeah, no, it is.
it
It
is a
is.
crime.
Like
Yep.
the other ones were creep level 10. That one was a crime.
Yeah.
Boys will be boys is what we've heard from politicians in the real world. So what?
I mean, we've already talked
Oh,
about Gendo's relationship
politicians are wrong.
to the current administration. Also,
Oof.
little other points that I really like about this episode. Like when Asuka gets all those like love letters from the boys, because ooh, foreign girl. Like she immediately just stomps on them because she doesn't give two shits about these guys.
Yeah, she only cares about one,
She cares about two.
two.
Yeah. She cares about two men. She cares about an inappropriately older man, and she cares about a meek, weak-willed boy who is kind of better at what she wants to be good at than she is, but she can't
I think she like just
vocalize it.
begrudgingly respects him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think by the end of this show, she can't really. Again, none of them can healthily admit anything, but I think
Can only grow
she's
so much.
oh, I think she's aware of what she feels by the end of the show. Sort of, sort of. I'm not gonna. You know what? Maybe
Can only
not.
grow as a character so much
Yeah.
when you're literally the problematic teen archetype.
Mhm. Also, I love another little part is like, um, Asuka telling Shinji, "Hey, you should be happy. The most popular girl in school is talking to you."
Yeah.
Oftentimes, Shinji's perspective wildly differs from everybody else in the room.
Mhm. Again, I think that again, going off of what I said earlier, though, I think that's like she's trying to like brat him, and she wants him
Mm,
to put her in her place a little bit, and he just can't. Like she's trying to be mean to him so that he'll like put her in her place, and he's like, I just gotta put up with this, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she wants to go and talk to Ray. Um,
because they're best friends.
I mean, I genuinely think that she actually wanted to be friends with Ray. I
Gave it
think,
the honest effort of being completely public and awkward about it to the most awkward person.
yep. Again, though, like
Because she
Not the
has
approach that probably would have worked.
you have to kind of realize has the show gone? The show went into like Asuka's backstory a little bit before, right? In the last episode.
I don't think so.
Oh, did it not?
no.
No, like
Okay.
they deliberately, I think, in this episode later say, "You know about me and my past, my dark, dark past, don't you?"
Okay. Well, there's reasons why she is the way. Like Asuka's kind of an
Yeah.
awkward person too. Like,
I mean, she gives me major Kikaru vibes, but can't like deliver.
mhm. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from on that.
Where Kikaru can fucking deliver, unfortunately, and that
Mhm.
actually frustrates me a little bit.
Yeah, I would say again, there's reasons why. Like, I'd make the argument Asuka is actually a super awkward girl, like a super
Yeah,
super awkward girl.
yeah,
Like
I'll give you
does
that.
not get social interactions as much as she's trying to act like she does.
Yeah,
And
because she was
there's
just on
reasons
a
behind that.
German military base.
Yeah. Anyway, so then
One
Saji
can't
goes and
socialize in one of those.
yep. So anyway, Saji goes in and sexually harasses Ritsuko, and he says something that's actually very important in this.
We're just we're just sexual harassment after sexual harassment in this
Oh yeah,
episode.
yep. But he specifically says you're in love, but it will end in tears.
Oof.
I'm gonna say this: Saji's an awful person, but he is easily the most socially intelligent of them.
That's what makes him a good manipulative sociopath.
Oh yeah, no, like he is insanely good at reading people, like
He's only
truly
sexually
amazing.
harassing her because Misato's watching them from across the window.
Oh yeah, no, he's aware that Masada's watching too.
That's a hell of a move, I guess.
I mean, by the end of the episode,
Yeah, you like me, but do you like me if I do this?
yeah, no, this is
Why does that shit even work? I hate it so much.
Jealousy.
yep.
Whatever, man.
Nah, again, Saji's a dangerous man.
That's how I got you.
We don't talk about that on air.
Mhm. So,
Just stared at Sean.
Misato. So Misato's like, hey, now that you've dropped off the Ava, fuck off.
This is mine now.
I mean, she says no so many times.
Yeah, but her eyes said, no, fuck.
No, consent is not. Her eyes said one thing and her mouth said another.
That was a joke, everybody.
Hmm.
On my part, not his. We go with what he said.
We're going with what I said.
Whichever way he's at right
You were
now.
right the first time.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, then we need to start getting ready. Because we have a new angel to fight, and we're gonna send out our purple monster
People.
mech and our red monster mech.
Yeah.
So that was something else that I wanted to bring up. And this is just kind of a like tiny tangent. The colors of the Evangelions. The 0 and 2 are primary colors, but the 1 is a secondary color. And the majority of the time, the 0 and the 2 are warm colors, while the 1 is a cool color.
Would you call purple a primary? It's red and
I
blue.
said secondary.
Yeah.
I said the 1 is a secondary.
Oh,
The
the 1 is
0 and the
right.
2 are primaries. Because the 0 is usually decked out in yellow armor, and the obviously the 2 is predominantly red, whereas the 1 is purple. So they're also 2 warm colors and 1 cool color. Kind of makes it a little bit interesting that the one that our protagonist is in is the odd man out one.
Yeah.
I wonder if that means anything.
Because he's awkward.
I mean, yeah.
Out of all the pilots, he's the only dude.
Also,
And if you
yeah.
mix red with a blue hair, you get purple.
All right, tech
I think
confirmed.
you're stretching a little bit.
I don't stretch. Look at my fat ass.
So yeah, now the Evangelions have to get ready to go fight this this angel, and Asuka wants to show off. So Shinji does suppressing fire, and she runs in and cuts this thing in half.
And she succeeds in killing it for a second.
Yep.
Roll credit.
I mean, I did kind of like the bait and switch of, oh, there's no way this can work out. Oh, it totally worked out. Oh no, it can't work out.
Oh no, it changed faces.
Yep.
Oh, I was right all along.
Yep. It's
I love how we immediately just level the playing field. That 2 Avas, okay.
Yep. Congratulations. But unlike you guys, these 2 halves are going to work really well together.
Yeah, it's like they're in
synchronized.
sync.
Yep. How do you like the designs of these? I actually really don't like the designs on these ones compared to some of the other angels.
I don't like the fact that once the second one forms a face, it forms a vagina first. And the face comes out of it.
I mean, that's just Evangelion for you.
Yeah.
You got to accept the vaginas.
I expect that
I
out of the Alien franchise.
want that as a shirt so badly right now.
You just got to accept the vaginas. I mean, you could wear that shirt. I'm not going to stop you from wearing it.
It would have your name as the byline.
You know what? Here's the thing. I might end up on the right side of history for that one.
Yeah.
Why I said I
Unfortunately,
wanted it.
unfortunately,
knew somebody
at
that
this-
made shirts.
this day and age, saying that is like super progressive considering our current administration.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Now, Alex, if only we knew someone that could, design shirts.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys like the
Get
fact
your
that
merch below.
how do you guys like the fact that the Avas end up just like buried waist deep upside down during this fight.
Love it.
I think it's like the
Love it.
funniest fucking image, especially the Unit 2
Two.
being like buried in the ground like that. Like the one in water, it's like, okay, I mean that could happen. And then you see the Unit 2 just legs sticking straight out of the ground, like, oh, okay, well, fuck.
Well, yeah, because she took a harder hit. He could more than likely just be bent a little bit.
Oh yeah.
It took me all the way out. It was so dumb.
It was hilarious.
See, I think it works. I think it's like a really good comedy beat. Like the show
I
every
know-
now and then gets to be kind of funny, and I think that's like one of the funniest moments. Yeah, and then
it was definitely a swing.
Yep.
It was a swing for the fences.
And they hit it straight to center field.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, then our two teenagers start arguing with each other because you suck. No, you suck.
They're getting blamed by adults right now. Of course, they're going to deflect.
Mm-hmm. So then the military nuked them, and I love that the biggest complaint about it is now we're gonna have to revise the maps again.
That was funny.
Yeah, like this episode has some genuinely good comedy in it. So
even has some visual humor once we get to see Misato's paperwork.
Oh yeah,
There's
that's
a lot.
great too. Or like the odd couple shit that they do later in the episode.
Yeah.
Like this has a lot of really good stuff in the episode.
Yeah.
The backhoes trying to dig the Unit 2 out of the ground.
Because you gotta extract it. At this point, I was like, "What is the timeline here?" They're just the angels just chilling, recharging right now.
I think it says a week, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you know that? None of them have been the same.
Because they have stuff that can say.
Yeah. So anyway, Misato deals with a metric butt ton of paperwork now.
Yeah, that's gonna.
You might say a comically large amount.
Yeah, but management's gonna need that done by the end of the day.
Yep.
Did you fill out the reports?
Did you do them in triplicate?
They-
Oh, and
Oh. She gets a note.
Mm-hmm.
Message. Video? Close enough.
Yeah, so then we get a line that I think is genuinely true where like Misato would have been fired if Gendo was there.
That would be interesting if that were true.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, I still operate on.
It does feel like it rings true, though. Yeah.
And I operate on the idea that Gendo likes having her work for him to an extent, but I think
she is nothing more than a tool.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's got to.
Well, I think everyone there's a tool to him, but I think like out of everyone that works there, again, I still say Ritsuko is probably the one he values the most. At least that's my view on this. I still think she's the one he values.
It's clearly Ray, but
well, okay,
whatever.
Yeah, that's fair. Everyone that isn't an albino. Yep. Out of the non-albinos, she's the favorite. All albinos trumped her.
Most useful character to him.
Yep. Yeah, she's the one that maintains the Avas, so she's the most important outside of the albino. And then we get a scene where the apartment is now just full of boxes, which I love that Shinji walks in, doesn't notice the boxes in the hallway up to the room, and it's only when he opens the room that he notices that it's just full of shit.
Yeah, just completely on autopilot.
Yep. Which, hey, I've been there, bud. I get that.
Oh yeah.
And then Asuka's like, hey, that's my stuff. I'm living here now. Now you have
You can't live
2
here.
girls that are going to be walking around making you feel uncomfortable because you're a teenage boy.
Yeah. Thank God he has Pen to talk to.
Pen at this point is his only source of rationale at this apartment.
The most side character.
Every time Pin's like in the house,
Mhm.
sees Shinji coming, he tries like, oh shit, I'm not here. Tries to get away. He goes, fuck, he saw me.
Yep. Hey, no, Pen does not. Pen is Shinji's
I don't want to
source
be
of
pet. I
safety.
don't want to be pet.
Pen's Shinji's source of safety. Pen does
You're
not
probably
like
right.
Shinji though. Which we get that in the scene where they're both waiting for the toilet and Pen rushes in. Again, there's like all these little character beats in this episode I think are hilarious, like the bathroom scene. The fact that she's just belligerent to him with the remote.
These are mine.
Yeah, so then we get the reveal of what they're going to do. They're spending this time living together so that they can get in sync with each other, coordinate their efforts, and be able to destroy the 2 cores at the same time, because you have to do them simultaneously, otherwise they'll regenerate. So they also have to get to know the music they're going to fight to. That way they have that rhythm down pat for the fight, because the 2 halves are going to fight perfectly in sync since they're one being. They have to get to the point where they can operate as one unit despite being 2 different people.
Yeah, and to get in sync, they practice to the song of Bye Bye Bye.
That would have been kind of funny.
That
Also,
edit has to exist somewhere.
yep.
Yeah.
Also, the boys show up, and the class rep,
And
they
there he is wearing leggings.
yep. I mean, he's wearing leg warmers.
Yeah. It's actually a full body suit, I think.
Yeah, no, it is. They
And a
have to
crop top.
match. They have to match.
Where then is this was Shinji's idea?
Mhm. No, for real though. I think it's hilarious that they have to wear the exact same outfit, basically. Like, you could have let Shinji wear normal clothes.
Yeah, there was no reason for that.
No, the reason was
it was his idea.
no, 100%. I am certain Misato was like, this will be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So then they have to do fucking Dance Revolution, but not really. So they can get in sync. And they can't agree. Asuka's going way faster than Shinji can. She wants him to speed up. He wants her to slow down. I think I'm remembering that right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, well, you need to go faster. Well, I can't go faster. Can't you just slow down a little bit? No, you need to go faster.
The albino wouldn't do this to me.
Yeah, and then Rei and Shinji do this, and they are automatically way more in sync with each other than she and Rei are. No, she and Shinji are.
Yeah. It's like they're connected
Yeah,
at the hips.
yeah. It's like they're
Like,
connected through some sort of weird emo boy albino girl mental powers.
yeah. Now,
At some point, we're gonna get canceled over all these albino comments, but until then,
no.
It's starting to seem like a slur.
You are. I'm getting canceled for other reasons.
Shout out to the
My reasons
albino
are my
community.
own.
You get arguably the best pilot of the show, so like, Shout out to you guys. Also, I love Pete
I
White from the
know.
Venture Brothers. Just me say it's like my version of I've got a black friend. I like the one albino character from that show.
We have to get Tech. Where's he at?
No, that's just gonna
Bring
get us
him
on.
in.
No.
That's gonna get us way farther on the wrong side.
Yeah, but we can push the blame on him.
Yep.
He doesn't have to be here to defend himself.
Yeah. So then,
Now this is
after
sounding like America.
after being embarrassed, they decide to redouble their efforts, and gradually they get better at this. They learn to brush their teeth in sync. They fight using the remotes. Click, 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 click.
They learn how to eat.
Pen steals the toilet from Shinji.
That son of a bitch.
Yep. They even start like tapping their fingers in sync with each other, and they get really good at this to the point where they have 100% synchronization in their dance routine. And then we get a super weird scene where Shinji does not. Well, after the two of them, after Asuka moves over into the other room, we get a scene where Shinji doesn't kiss her in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Very
As she's
important. Everyone knows that.
sleepwalking.
Yeah, she sleepwalks back to the room she had been in. So like, that's not the weird part. The weird part is Shinji very clearly, first of all,
I don't think she sleepwalks back to that room. I think he gets off the bed in his room and he's on the floor and they're in the
Yeah.
same room.
Yeah, because she sleepwalks and lays next to him
yeah,
And then I think he gets the fuck out of the bed.
after trying to be like, should I? Shouldn't I?
yep.
As
Oh,
you
he
could be
gets-
a good person.
He gets straight up weirded out by what she says and goes, "Oh, no. Not into that."
Yep.
I can't be your mommy.
Yep. Well, no, first you got to remember though, he's like just ogling the shit out of her. He starts staring at her face like, "Oh, am I gonna kiss her? Am I gonna kiss her?" He starts going for it.
Am I falling in love?
He starts going for it while she's asleep. Then she says, "Mommy," and he's like, I was so close to doing this." And she's crying as she says it. And then he leaves. Well, moves
Good
away.
thing that won't be.
So
Hope
weird.
that won't be important later on.
Yep.
There
It's
was
totally
so
not
much
important.
subtext in that one little scene, and all of it's not good.
Yep. Well, then
No.
it's immediately followed by a different scene that's not good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again.
Where the body language is, again, very problematic, but she's into it. They stay together after this, which
Not a good
says
lesson to
bad
learn.
things about both of them.
Really, really not good lessons to learn.
Yeah. No, this is
No, there's going to be more lessons.
for the youngsters out there. Don't be Saji.
Don't be anyone in this show.
Unless you guys have had a serious conversation ahead of time in which the woman clearly points out this is what she wants you to do, and you do this in the comfort of your own home, and you have a safe word.
Bologna.
Then you're on the right side of history. Safe words make everything better.
For quitters.
All right, sure.
And there it was.
Have a safe word that you can't say.
Yep.
Like you physically just can't say it. Like simonin. Simonin.
Sibilance.
Like that.
Yeah.
Then it just gets better. I fucked it.
So then we get Misato having her after makeout session thoughts, and Ritsuko accurately assesses that something happened between her and Saji.
Pretty socially intelligent herself.
Oh yeah, no, like it's not like she's not. It's just Saji is
no.
the most.
Yeah.
Ritsuko's pretty high up there too for social intelligence, but Saji is like the best at reading people. I wonder if that's going to play any sort of role in his character.
There's no way.
No. I mean, considering it's already played a role in his character so far, that's not.
It's
Oh,
the only
shit.
thing his character is.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. So anyway,
His character, his body is a vehicle for that attitude.
Yeah.
More so than he has that attitude in his character.
Yeah, he's just looking at his body
God,
like that, huh?
he's just every single thing he says and does is so fucking wrong.
yeah, that's Saji for you. So yeah, now the angels regenerated enough. They're gonna send the Ava out to try to kill it.
Yeah, and then they slice it in half immediately.
Yeah, well, I mean, they gotta get to the point where they can do the cool thing.
Where they do unnecessary backflips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Synchronized. Those were synchronization points.
Yep.
Sorry. Unnecessarily synchronized backflips.
I also
That's how
love.
they resynchronize.
You guys remember
Most
the
Power Ranger thing possible.
Yep.
I do love some of the imagery here, though, when they're actually in sync.
Mhm.
And they
Well,
start flashing and cutting each other.
so I also love, and I know we
Oh,
tonight,
well done.
even though this episode is not talked about Ultraman arc, we've talked about arc tonight. In
Our
arc,
favorite little punching bag.
yep. No, in arc,
Bitch.
one of the episodes, like the first episode, had like a timer fight where we saw the running
Mhm.
timer. I think this does that really well too with the running timer.
I did too.
We're gonna get this done in 62 seconds.
Yep, and then we get the
I was
actual
pleasantly
running of it.
surprised that they actually just committed to the timer the whole time. I'm like,
Yep.
oh, all right.
Oh no, I love it. I think it's like one of the coolest choices they could have had for this episode. Yeah, so we get like an honestly really good fight. Again, this fight sticks in my mind better than a lot of the other fights in this show.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, this one was pretty good. Very
There's
smooth.
one
very
fight
well.
that sticks out for me, but we'll
There's
see
like-
that later.
yeah, I was gonna say there's like two other fights I think of pretty regularly when I think of that we haven't seen yet that I think of regularly. And I think we're probably
I'm
thinking
not-
of at least one of the same ones.
Oh, I think we definitely are.
I'm gonna remember the absurdly conveniently placed landline phone.
Hey, it's landline / satellite.
Yep.
Obviously.
Why is it there?
Because
In
Why
case
is it there?
in case
In-
anyone fell there.
In that
Yeah.
specific spot on that Ava, you have no idea what like. This isn't the planned orientation of exit of this vehicle.
Well, I mean, it's close to the
yeah, it's close to the entry
Tube.
plug.
The entry plug could be. It's just why is that? What a
Why is
mechanism!
it being
What-
silly?
Yeah.
It's being a silly.
It is being silly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so the Avas kill the angels, and then they have a full blown argument about the whole. I knew you tried to kiss me while I was asleep. What? You knew you were awake? Wait, I was making it. I was just saying that shit. Did you actually try to do that? You're fucking awful. I was just trying to accuse you of something. I didn't realize you actually did that.
I swear, no.
I
There's a
think they
moment of
played
weakness.
it. I think they played it in this dub more like she knew the whole time.
I mean, it's
So I was
kind of
trying to like trap him.
yeah. I don't think it's played quite the same in the original dub.
But it's also something very her.
Oh yeah, like making an accusation is really in who she is.
Really undermines the severity of the entire battle.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, that's also kind of this episode. This episode is at least half just a comedy. It's The Odd Couple.
Also, for our loyal viewer, you get to see the don'ts.
Oh shit! I didn't think it was gonna happen this early.
Man, you just give that shit away for free.
Hell
Yep.
yeah. He's been, I don't know. They've been loyal.
Yeah. They watch 75% of our episodes.
Yeah. Also, that really hurt to get my leg up that high.
I would imagine.
Say that was a stretch.
Yep.
Oh, I rotated my body a
Uh,
lot.
Right after you just said you don't do stretches.
Yeah, this leg is asleep now. It's just pins and needles.
I believe that. So yeah,
Ugh.
It hurts
that
so
was
much.
this episode of Evangelion. Tune in next time where they fuck around with lava.
Yeah. We're gonna get a suit.
Oh, I didn't even mention it. It will never not irritate me when they're flying over. This is well in the beginning. I just
Mhm.
remember that because the thing that reminded me was how ridiculous that fucking the magma scene is. It makes no sense.
Okay. We'll have to talk about
next
that.
time.
Yeah, next time.
It's absurd. It's rock. It's rock. You're
Keep
not.
it.
It's not. Oh, it's not translucent in any way at all whatsoever.
Hold
What
the
the fuck?
rage. Hold the rage until
Through the
for like
power
2
of
days.
I'm
angels,
upset.
any-
All right,
2 days.
Let
Through
me
the power of
put my
angels,
rage in the right
anything is
place.
possible.
I'm gonna put my grievance here at the tag of the episode. The thing is, when they get dropped off by the planes, when they get deployed the first time,
Yep.
they're traveling forward, and they land traveling backward. No,
They have jet
you would
propulsion
slide
on the
forward.
suit. They have jet propulsions on the suit.
Why would you? Gravity already exists.
Yep.
Fuck gravity.
You don't have to accelerate towards the Earth, and I didn't see
Whoops,
any.
there goes gravity.
There we go.
They
Better
wouldn't
lose yourself.
slide backwards after. Like if you, it just annoys me how many movies and shows do this, where like someone falls out the back of a car, and the next shot is a cut to them rolling in the other direction of their initial travel. It's like physically impossible.
Yep. Anyway,
Please stop.
tune in next time where we talk about the Fast and the Furious. Bye bye.
It's
Tokyo Drift.
it's rock.